How's it going, everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we have the new Beyond Control banner, featuring many more fallen heroes to, as I would put it, completely power creep even themselves. So without further ado, let's get summoning. Ooh, 3 colorless right off the bat, nice. So yeah, obviously, just like I think every banner I've ever summoned on, just gonna be full circles up until Spark. Honestly, that is a good thing considering just how powerful all 4 of these units are. And we're actually gonna start with our nice little green unit, Gustav, who is probably the most surprising pick for this banner if you ask anybody. Because the last time we saw this guy was Book 3, and now he's back. Alright. I haven't been seeing many theories where it's like, the reason he's on this banner is because Lilith would sort of use him to, I don't know, find out the truth from Alphonse on whether or not he actually killed his father. I have not played the story yet, so please no spoilers. If I got it right, then honestly, I would not put it past Lilith to do that. She is very evil. Anyway, he has the Headsman's Glitnir. Yes, that is how you pronounce it, I think. Nice little slaying effect. And then at start of turn, if he's healthy enough, he inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe during combat. He gives himself a breath effect to charge his special faster. Inflicts a guard effect on the foe. And if the foe can counterattack or foe initiates combat, Gustav makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. So his entire weapon is all about tanking hits and hitting back with as much force as possible. Like, I think a lot of axe units really are. And of course, he has one of the new skills for this new batch of heroes, Attack Smoke 4. Hello, Lindis. Anyway, basically it's the same effect as all the smoke skills. After combat, inflicts attack minus, I think, 4, was it? Nearby foes, and the foe that they were fighting in case they survived. What this one does is it'll grant defense res +6 to unit for 1 turn, and the foe cannot make a follow-up attack for 1 turn. So literally, his entire kit is all about sending him into the front lines and just letting him tank as much damage as possible while wiping everybody out. Yes, of course, he's going to have low res because, I mean, it's going to happen, obviously. But even so, I think he's going to be a really strong tank. Especially being on a calf, like, good lord. And of course, joining him in my secondary priority, we have Lilith. Kind of should have expected her to be on here, because I have played the Hidden Truths DLC from Faiths, so I know her reason for being here. I won't say anything in case you haven't played that DLC or seen a playthrough of it, even though I guess Fortune Bonds kind of spoils it. But even so, it's a very interesting story there. Anyway, she has Silent Power, giving her speed +3, and she essentially has her super aerobatics, where she can warp to any space within 2 spaces of her support partner. She's actually buffed from her base ult. Before, it was she could warp to an adjacent space to her support partner. Doesn't matter how far away they were, she could just automatically warp in there. Now she can actually warp at least a greater distance than before. And then if she's within 3 spaces of her support partner, Lilith and that ally get a no follow-up for 1 turn. And of course, if Lilith, I don't know why I called her that. If Lilith is, I think, above 25% health, she gets +5 to all stats during combat. Pretty solid, I'd say. Speaking of somebody that people would support her with, there's Corrin. And of course, Lilith is also bringing a new smoke skill, Speed Smoke 4. Again, inflicts speed -4 on any foes, even if they're the ones that they fought against, so long as they survive. We know the drill here. This one gives speed +6 and the dodge effect, which basically means more damage reduction to Lilith for one turn. That is actually probably one of the best C skills we're going to have, right up there with Menace. And I kind of want a couple copies of her, mainly because I want to give Speed Smoke 4 to my Yanfei. Because he's already got damage reduction in his weapon, and you can give him a damage reduction B skill. Why not go the full 9 yards, give him the damage reduction thanks to his C skill, and just call it a week? Of course, that is wishful thinking, because that is assuming I can actually get a Lilith in any of these circles. But again, solid unit, I'd say. Also decent fodder, because she has a catch 4. Alright, Gustav, are you gonna show up? Nope, different dad with facial hair. Moving on, we have another surprise unit, but again, one we should have expected, Ninian. Again, I know the reason behind this, I won't say it just in case people don't want to get spoiled, but it makes sense for her to be here. Then she has the Enveloping Breath, gives her res +3, inflicts guard and attack res -7 on foes within cardinal directions of Ninian and a target ally that they were to use dancing. An already solid support unit, especially with just her weapon. And then of course, she gets speed res +6 during combat as long as she's above a certain threshold of health. Not bad. And of course, she has a unique dance skill this time, which should have been expected. A lot of singing and dancing units are getting these assist skills, which I like. Oh! Hi, Marita. Okay. Well. Ooh, plus attack. Oh wait, those are also the IVs of the other one I got. Darn it. But I could also ascend your speed, which would be really good for your Vital Astra. Either way, I now have another person that I could fodder Vital Astra to. Let's go. Okay, well that is certainly a surprise on red. Let's go. Anyway, Ninian's Cisco, Call to Flame. Similar like Dance, like we always know, but it grants attack +6 and special cooldown charge +1 per attack to their target ally for one turn. So essentially they get a breath effect after they use Dance. And then if this Cisco is used on a dragon ally, that ally can move for 1 extra space. So really solid for some units, and it's also going to be pretty broken if Call to Flame is used on somebody like, oh, I don't know, Moonspell or Niffle. Because those are cavalry dragons, and they're just getting a free 1 more movement if this dance skill is used on them. Good lord. And also, 2 more pluses for Ninian. Not only is she our first Dancing Fallen unit, but she is bringing crossbow attack to the normal pool. That was previously on New Year's Reagan, so if you didn't get fodder last time, now you have another chance. And of course, B-dual infantry form if you want that. And last but certainly not least, especially with this kit of theirs, Fallen Rhea. Hiya, Skaha. I finally learned how to pronounce his name. Very dumb that it's pronounced like that, but I guess how else are you supposed to pronounce this? Ah, well. Neutral. I'll keep you. Anyway, back to Rhea. She has the Ruinous Frost, giving her a slaying effect. Then if foe initiates combat or has 75% or more health, grants attack +6 to Rhea, inflicts attack -6 on foe, and then her first attack deals true damage based off of her res stat, which has a 40% cap, and then both unit and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. So already she is a solid tank, which, I mean, you should have seen that coming. She has an armor unit, somehow. But what level amps up, I should say, her tanking power is her unique B skill, True Dragon Wall. This is the second time they have boosted Dragon Wall on a unit. First time was actually with Medius. Remember, he also has Dragon Wall, but he also has he has Dragon Wall and then a secondary effect to it. So this is literally electric. Or what am I talking about? This is Dragon Wall 3 Revenge of the Dragons. Medius had Dragon Wall 2 Electric Boogaloo. Rhea's got Dragon Wall 3. Let's go. Anyway, works exactly like Dragon Wall. Damage reduction calc facing. God, I cannot talk right now. Alright, I still just woke up, so I'm a little tired. I'm surprised the sleep finally caught up with me now. Anyway, it has the same, if units res is greater than foes res, gives them that damage reduction, max of 60% from Dragon Wall normally, but only for the first combat in player phase or enemy phase. In every other combat after that, it's a 40% damage reduction using the same res calculation. And of course, if there's a beast or a dragon ally on the team, not Rhea of course, she restores 7 HP at the start of turn and after every combat she's in. So no matter what, she's going to be surviving pretty much every encounter she's in. And she's going to be living almost all of them, I think. I'm just going to say this right now. Between Fallen Edelgard and Fallen Rhea, I kind of fear both of them. Because with Edelgard, she is a very player phase unit, where unless you can defeat her fast, your entire team is just going to get wiped. But where she doesn't have that much tanking power, she's still a good tank, obviously. But Rhea, I think, is the superior tank out of those two. Because she's constantly healing, she will constantly have damage reduction no matter what. You're only going to get one attack off on her unless you have like a no follow-up effect. But also, you need to have greater res, and I don't know that many units who can do that. It's going to be very surprising to see how people counter Rhea, if you ask me. Ten more pulls? Can I get somebody, please? Also, I know this was said by a lot of people, but yeah, no surprise we didn't get Fallen Crom for this banner. Made sense because it was Valentine's alt, I know. But him not being here just... I think it kind of guarantees next year he's going to be on the banner. That's going to be terrifying. And don't say it can't happen. Just because he's a Cypher card doesn't mean it won't happen. All-in Ike was also just a Cypher card, and now he's in the game. So, yeah, the chances are pretty high for Risen King Crom. Alright, well, 35 summons in. If I don't get anybody on this next circle, hey Annette, I'll just use my Spark for Rhea, because she's probably the most powerful unit on this banner. Plus attack. I think I've already got you at plus attack, but I'll check later. Alright, well, no colorless, so that almost guarantees Rhea is my free summon. Oh, and I know I'd mentioned this previously with Gustav, how it's Letitsu who brings him in. Yes, I did see the Forging Bonds event where apparently they're saying Eitri brought all these units into Asker. Very curious to see how that ends. I haven't seen the ending yet, but I have watched that scene. I did read it all out, so I know that's at least what they're trying to say is happening, but at the very least we'll see what the ending is. Also, I'm surprised that they're going back to Book 5 for this Forging Bonds. At least as sort of like a paralogue for it. Yeah, I guess paralogue would be the right word there. Alright, Gustav, last chance. And it's Lex, okay. Well, at the very least, I'm getting probably the best armor unit we have right now. So I'll take it. Shame I didn't get any of the other focus units, but hey, there's always the future. So I just love how in her art, you can just sort of see like the corrupt power like literally coursing through her veins. It's so creepy. I love it. But that is going to do it for today's summoning session. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did summon on this banner, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. And if you haven't summoned yet, I wish you all the luck in the world. But with that, I'm Theron, and I'll see you next time. So until then, farewell, and game on.